Hi again, everybody. It's Rob Kennedy, the Hoop Group, and once again we're talking recruiting. This week we're focusing in on our underclassmen. Last week we talked about what you should be doing as a junior. Prior to that, talked about the seniors. Now we're going to focus in on our freshmen and sophomores. And one of the biggest things that everybody has to remember as a freshman and sophomore, unless you're a top 50 player in the country, on the boys or girls side, doesn't matter. Right now, what's important for you in recruiting is not who's watching you, what should I do, sending game tapes. No. Forget all that stuff. What you should be concentrating on as far as recruiting right now is, are you academically where you need to be? Okay? Obviously the new requirements from the NCAA with additional core courses put a little bit more pressure on rising freshmen, especially to make sure that you're on top of things right from the start. But even beyond initial eligibility, because there's so many of you out there, both boys and girls, who you hear academic stuff and you're saying, well, I don't have to worry about initial eligibility, I'm a good student. And you're right. But what you do have to remember is that a grade that you get as a freshman or a sophomore may come back and may impact you when you're trying to get into a terrific high-level academic school. So your grades as freshmen and sophomores don't just count for initial eligibility, but in a lot of cases they're going to hold weight for college admission as well. So you got to make sure that you're completely on top of stuff. You are proactive right from the get-go to make sure that you're in the right track academically and that you're in step with your guidance counselor to make sure that your academic stuff is in line. And second, from a recruiting standpoint, on the basketball side of stuff, stop worrying about who's watching, rankings, all that. That's all nonsense at this point in time. What is important to you, all right, is, are you getting better? Are you doing everything that you can to become the best player that you can be? The better player, better student, you've heard me say it 100 times that you are, the more schools are going to be able to recruit you. So are you learning how to compete? Are you learning how to play? And are you working on your skill set and improving those weaknesses so that they're no longer weaknesses? That is your number one focus as far as recruiting is concerned. And it does not matter what level you're playing on. If you're playing at a terrific program, you know, you might be a freshman and you may be playing in the freshman team. Don't worry about that. That's great. That's a good opportunity for you to continue to work on those things. Some guys, you know, are playing, your friends are on your AAU team and that. They may be playing varsity, but they may be at a program that's not as good. So don't you, your parents, anybody get caught up in what level you're playing. That doesn't matter right now. What matters is that you're in a position to take advantage of your opportunity to, as I said, learn how to compete, learn how to play, and be able to work on your skills, okay? If we focus in on those things, then recruiting starts taking care of itself, all right? And then by the time you're a sophomore and you finish up your sophomore season, now all of a sudden you start worrying about, okay, what schools might I be interested in and all that kind of stuff. And when we get to the spring, we'll spend plenty of time on giving you good direction and a little bit of a pathway of what you need to be doing. But for right now, again, two things, academics and basketball. Getting better, and don't worry about anything else. Anybody that tells you otherwise, that tells you got to worry about where your ranking is, where you are this, they don't know what they're talking about. All right? It's all nonsense. Focus in on those two things. All right? Everybody, obviously, this is the most special time of the year. We wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday. And as always, if you've got any questions about the recruiting side, please email me at robk@hoopgroup.com.